This morning, something feels off. I can't even explain what or why. Nothing happened, nothing's wrong. My life works, the schedule's fine, the systems are in place, all the little routines. And still, before the days even started, something I can't name feels gone. And it hits me almost immediately. Color. Not accent color. Not the 2 safe shades some committee approved of. Not the kind you add at the end so things feel less sterile. Real color. Color with personality. Color that takes a side. Color that just assumes life should feel like something. Color I'm not used to seeing every day. All day. And that explains the feeling from this morning. Because if you spend enough time surrounded by gray, you stop realizing it's doing anything to you. Gray buildings, gray offices, gray parking lots, gray products, gray routines, gray spaces built to offend no one and inspire no one. After a while, you just stop noticing. You stop expecting beauty in normal places. You stop expecting to feel moved by anything ordinary. You stop expecting the world to speak back. And then you show up somewhere like this, and your body catches it before your mind does. You feel more awake, more curious, more here. And it's not because you suddenly changed, but because your environment did. And maybe that feeling I woke up with isn't some personal problem. Maybe it's just what life feels like when everything around you is built to function. But almost nothing is built to make you feel alive. When I think about my first apartment, it was neutral everything, clean lines, nothing on the walls that couldn't be justified, nothing that was just for looking at. I told myself that was taste, that I was being intentional. But what I was actually doing was removing anything that didn't have a clear reason to be there. And I did the same thing to my time. Cut the dinners that ran long, stopped doing things I couldn't measure, got faster at everything. It felt like discipline, like I was finally taking life seriously.
Lo que nosotros debemos hacer ahora, ayer ya estuvo hirviendo, todavía es tibio. Antes podemos barrer la calle, todo lo volvemos a reutilizar. Y lo que debemos hacer es un dibujo al tamaño real de nuestro tapete. Abrir y cerrar nuestra urdimbre. Enlazamos nuestros hilos, así. Complejo que está.
But somewhere in there, I started changing things. A rug with some history in it. A painting that had no purpose except that I liked looking at it. A corner that was just alive. My soul was correcting before my brain had the language for why. And then it starts clicking. I'm watching people make things with care. Not because it's faster or because it scales, simply because it works. It's always worked. So why change it? It's not that this place found something again. They never gave it up. Generations ago, when other places started trading craftsmanship for speed, art for efficiency, beauty for scale, that exchange just never happened here. They kept the slow parts, the hand-done parts, the parts that don't make sense on paper. And you can feel the absence of that trade in everything. Nothing here feels like something else got sacrificed to make it run smoother. It just kept what mattered. And when you pay attention long enough, you start seeing what that actually means. People aren't rushing to leave the table. Conversations don't have some endpoint they're trying to hit. Time isn't being chopped up before anyone's even lived in it. A man arranging fruit at his stand like it's worth looking at, not because anyone told him to, but because why wouldn't he? A wall that isn't trying to be neutral. A street that isn't trying to move you through it faster. Nothing here feels like it was designed around getting you out quicker. And what you start to realize is these aren't luxuries the way you usually think of them. They're just what becomes possible when nothing important got removed in the name of efficiency. When life didn't get stripped down to only what works, because it doesn't feel added, it feels intact. This is how we were meant to live.